Welcome to the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
I'm Rebecca Plum, your big sister.
And I'm Shaun, your GBF.
We're not that hot or that young.
But we believe it's a state of mind that helps us build adaptable and profitable businesses.
We rely on the support of our design besties to get through each day.
So let's explore the emotional, practical, and humorous sides of being interior designers.
Welcome to the club.
Hey, Shaun.
What's up, Rebecca?
It's a cozy Friday around here.
I mean, I'm cosplaying cozy. Like,
just turn the air conditioning up.
Yeah, turn the air conditioning set to 72. Ooh, so wintry.
Ooh, it's raining here.
June gloom. You've got June gloom.
We don't get that.
Well, I just sent a little bit to you.
We don't have a coastal marine layer.
That's true. You don't have a coastal ecosystem in Sacramento. Long Beach has been just like a cloudy most of the day. Then randomly you get these like bursts through the marine layer of sun, which it's like those glorious moments. And then it'll be gray like 10 minutes later. So it's okay, you know.
Your summer starts in like July, right?
Oh, yeah. But then it goes all the way to like October practically. Like you'll have cool nights, but really still warm days, which are beautiful. Like, I know, no kidding.
I mean, it never actually gets cold.
I know. Everybody move here or join us somewhere where it also typically has nice warm weather.
Oh, segue. Yeah, we got a lot of notes from hotties after our episode a couple weeks ago where I just like soft launched
a
retreat / inspiration trip.
Yeah.
So a lot of you DM'd us like at the podcast. I got some private DMs of like, you're in, say the word.
Yes. And I had a few replies too, which was
amazing.
Like, we're booking. Let's go.
Yeah. So
to be clear, we actually haven't launched one.
No,
like it was
we
just an idea.
Zero plans.
We should be very clear with everybody, just in case this goes too far. Like, this is an idea. It's a concept. We're still putting ideas together. We are very, really pursuing it, but there's nothing out there yet.
We're taking some meetings. Just to reiterate, we are thinking about doing some sort of retreat, but more like an inspiration trip somewhere, maybe like Mexico City-ish. Or Marrakesh-ish, or I don't know. This could turn into something that we do semi-regularly, but for right now, we're just thinking, since we've gotten some random messages and DMs, it would help for us to get every interested party in one place. So if you could fill out an interest form that will be located, where will they be able to find that?
We'll put it under our link in bio on our Instagram.
Great.
So everyone can find a link there it's not necessarily an opt-in like a newsletter. It's more just like we need to separate the group of people who are interested in going on this designer retreat with us and not have it all get lost in one inbox and all that stuff. So.
Also, because we think we're probably likely going to sell it out pretty quick because it's not going to be very large of a group. We don't think so.
Do we want to talk about why we're doing it like that or why we're thinking that's better?
Sure.
I don't know. Just the designers like how the sausage is made sometimes. I think for us, you and I, we don't want it to be a trip with like 40, 50 people and big buses and a ton of people coming in and out. And like that sounds like a nightmare. And I'm going to feel all this pressure to be like, oh my God, we lost someone. So I just honestly feel like a big group, like a classroom-sized group, would be pandemonium. So we want to keep it tight.
Yeah, and we want to be able to have meals together and do a lot of hanging out together. So transportation, yeah, the big like tour bus, like no.
And those like fun surprise moments that happen where you're like, oh, cool, I got to sit next to you on the shuttle today. And now we're talking. And it's like, or if it's like a small van or we're walking between destinations, when you have a big group, it's hard to get those little surprise moments with everybody. And I just like, I don't know about you, but like, I don't want it to feel like a wedding that I put on and then didn't get to talk to anybody there. Like a big event.
Yeah, I don't want it to be surprise moments. I want it to be like genuine connections with everybody. So people will gravitate maybe towards a few, whatever. So we do want people to, have it feel like a real kind of bonding opportunity and place for designers to really like get deep with each other and talk about specific things that you're struggling with in your business or personal or whatever. So, yes, I don't think it's going to be very big. So, okay, I guess we don't really have any information. It will be definitely 2027 at the earliest. And yes, fill out our form and we will go from there. Okay. Bye.
That's the end of our episode. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Well, here we are. It's summer. It's not, but it is. And we're here. And we
School's
made
out
it.
in my world.
I think it's getting out pretty much everywhere now.
Probably by the time this airs, it's close. Yeah.
Yeah. So thoughts and prayers to all the parents who every year had to figure out what they're going to do with their kids, even though it like sneaks up on them, but doesn't sneak up on them. So all the camp planning and trip planning of it all.
I'm the type B mom. I don't think that's normal.
I don't know that that's true because a lot of the parents that I'm coming across are like, oh, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with this, or I have to sign them up for something. Like it's just kind of like crept up on people. Like, oh shit, they're
Yeah,
out of
especially
school.
probably
Like,
business owners where we know we can be the default of it all. If I actually had to go to work somewhere, then I'd probably have to be more organized. But also, so she's almost 12. Like it is definitely a different world. Like she can be home alone for a little while. So that's nice.
like she's fully into her. Like I'm big. I'm an adult, and you're like, okay, well, you're not, but like, we will give you some leeway. Like,
But she can like cook for herself and clean for herself and take care of like I'm not worried about the house burning down.
yeah, what's her chosen meal to prepare for herself? Like,
90% of the time it's a pasta dish.
okay,
Like she's like
fair.
literally ruined pasta for both of us, like me and my husband. Like
You don't want it
like no, it just grosses me out almost now, once in a while. But
because you've
so
watched her eat pasta so much that you're just like, I don't. This looks so unappealing to me now.
yeah, you
Or
like literally eat it every day. So yeah, so some sort of pasta, which I try to get her to. Can we hold for dinner on that? Um, but she gets a little bit creative now. Like she'll make some sort of like butter herb sauce and think she's
okay,
being fancy. Yeah. Or she'll make a bowl of soup and she's now into her grilled cheese era.
okay. These are good starting building blocks.
Yeah, she does like a nice sourdough and cheddar combo.
See,
Yeah,
okay.
that's not terrible. That's the only sandwich she really will eat. She does not like sandwiches. I have to like force her to eat them at school because they're the only things that really like hold all day. And oh, how could I forget her new breakfast hyperfixation? Acai bowls.
Oh, we're making entire acai bowls for breakfast.
Entire with the full aesthetic, like angled chopped
Oh my
bananas.
god. I mean, I do my overnight oats and I add a lot in them. Like I've got agave nectar and the little like what are the little like hemp granules that you like? They're
Chia
like
seeds or hemp?
no, I put chia seeds in there too and sliced almonds, usually strawberries and blueberries. I kind of do a lot actually in there and sometimes almond butter if I want it. It's like a whole thing. What is the one I'm thinking about? They're like those hemp sprinkle things. They're like roasted. So they have like a toasty flavor, but they're like, I guess they are the seeds, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I don't
makes
know what
sense.
a different name would be.
Yeah, it's the hemp seeds. Yeah. So they're kind of like a protein that I put a few of there on top. It's kind of, oh, and coconut sprinkles,
Mm.
the little shavings.
She's mostly fruit. Like I have to like remind her, like you have to put some sort of protein, like put yogurt in it, like something,
But need
or it's
something.
just like fruit. It's just gonna go through you. Like
It's just a fruit salad that,
I
she's high in
mean,
fiber.
yeah, it's not terrible of the things, but yeah, let's get a little bit of protein in your diet, not
That's
just
so
pasta and
funny.
fruit.
Because she's like, it's fresh. I'm getting my 5 a day. You're like, yeah, but it's not going to stay in your system
like,
long
can
enough.
you eat some protein, like some chicken or yogurt or something? She's like, but I had fruit. I'm like, girl, like, I just can't. They don't do the food pyramid anymore, I don't think. So they just don't know what food
They don't know
is.
what to eat. Yeah.
And it's just like this weird thing to navigate of like, I don't want
they're
it.
not selling soda on campus anymore. But like, that solved the problem.
Right. And she doesn't even like soda. So yeah, there's things that are like naturally she's like, I don't know, makes a healthier choice, but then she doesn't know how to like fuel her body basically.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make it about calories or like I'm just definitely so sensitive about anything that's going to create any further trauma or body dysmorphia, which it just naturally happens with girls. Like it's already just happens. So, yeah. Anyway, so she's home alone for a few weeks. Well, until, yeah, my husband is on the 30-day countdown.
That happened. Okay, it did happen fast, but I feel like we've each had like a blur of a couple years here, but like that really did get here quickly. Like him retiring and then you getting ready to push him into another job. No, I'm just kidding.
We had a talk the night before last. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. It's been fast, but also like 15 years. So of my being a part of it has been like 15 years. He's not, yeah, he definitely doesn't think he'll be bored.
I mean, are there examples of stuff that he feels like, oh, this is going to be really big for me? Like he's going to do gardening? Like what is he imagining he's doing with his time?
Getting into shape is like his number one priority.
Very time consuming. Yes.
Could be, yeah. I mean, he has had a job where he's like pretty much trapped in a car for 12 hours a day without any ability to leave. So that has definitely been a challenge. So that will be good. Like he definitely needs to be healthy. And he just, I think, thinks he's just going to whip the household into shape, like including us somehow.
Like a discipline thing? Like, nah, we got to get this handled. Like Sundays are laundry days now, kind of? Or
I don't know. I don't think he's not that.
Okay.
He's not that organized. But I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out like whatever his program isn't necessarily our program. Like we didn't sign up for any kind of boot camp or anything.
A retirement boot camp program?
No,
like
definitely not.
Like, Cecily, got to get up. I got to be at the gym and you're getting dropped off early for school. Like, hold on a minute. Like,
yeah,
you have the whole day off. You move some of your stuff around the household stuff, which he probably will, but
he will. Like he'll be the default parent for the rest of the year, probably. But
I'm so curious about because in my head, I'm hearing that. I'm like, oh, okay, so the gym is like a couple hours a day. And then
no, he's just busy. He is a busy around the house person. Like he's definitely like does stuff that wouldn't occur to me to do, like changing air filters and getting new wiper fluid and changing the filter on the refrigerator. Like there's so many like of those kinds of maintenance tasks that like thank God he does it because I just couldn't.
Yeah, I kind of wait for my car to tell me if it needs, or I just wait for the service people. I don't know.
Yeah. So, and we have like a lot of properties. So there's a lot that can be maintained and a lot that's been deferred, especially the last 2 years while he's had this job. So
I'm just hearing you're going to get you're going to get a rose garden and maybe a koi pond or I don't know. Like,
yeah, it would not be off the table of things he would definitely. Vegetable garden will come and play.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, but it's so to me like that's all cute for a year max. Then there's got to be
unless it becomes like a big garden lover and then he's really enjoying it. Like that would be.
He kind of right. He already does it, but it's more of just the maintenance of like okay, the lawn, the ivy's got to get cut back, like. The trees have to get there's just a lot of our yard gets overgrown fast. So, but yeah, the like, um, what is the word I'm trying to say? Like pretty stuff, maybe
Yeah.
he hasn't had a lot of time to do. I don't know. He's gonna go. I think we agreed like he doesn't have to do anything through the end of the year, and then next year we'll have to.
Reassess.
Yeah,
I feel like sounds fair of like, well, let's just see how we are once you've had some time to relax and then
just
go
financially
from
too. Like
there.
we'll be
Yeah.
like we're not like his pay is gonna kind of stay the same, but we're not growing. You know, unless
And
something
then, and
dramatically happens with me.
you're about to have a teenager with a dramatically growing budget need.
Yeah,
Like real, like a car. She's going to want more clothes and jewelry and events and dresses for things and going places with her friends. Like that starts racking up
it's
fast.
already starting. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, yes. So our summer will be interesting.
I'm here for it. I think it's going to be like a fun. Okay, I mean this in the good way that sometimes when these things happen, as like in your life, they do create a little bit of like a shuffle, but usually you start to get excited by some of the new things that come up in it.
Like me personally,
Yeah, like there will be something that comes from that shuffle, which is the shuffle's not the fun part, but you get excited by having some novelty. So this will recreate some like regular behaviors around the house and stuff. And like maybe there will be some new ideas that shake out for the house at the same time as he's focusing on
yeah, it'll give
stuff.
me a lot
And
more freedom. Like right now, I'm pretty much like bookended by school start and end. Like that dictates a lot of my schedule, and it won't as
it
much.
won't. It
So,
won't.
or like me traveling is like harder these days because she's got to be with my parents, or I have to find. Yeah. So, yeah. So here we go. I'm off.
I'm excited.
Yeah. What else has been going on?
Okay, this is like one thing. We were talking about I'm sending out a proposal for a project that I met. And it was this is that like really cute house that I sent you the picture of. Like, you guys, you would die. It has like, how do I describe it? It has like scalloped buttresses on the side of the house. Like it's a cute little Spanish bungalow. And the front of the house has these like scalloped little not flying buttresses because they're like fully attached to the side of the structure, but they like scallop out and flare out at the side of the house, but they're little walls. They're just like empty behind there. They're just architectural details. So I don't know how I'm remembering. Like, I don't know what that style would be, but I feel like I think it's a buttress. Little cottage, cute one. I'm very excited. Love the client, love the house, sending the proposal. And I was in Dubsado, and I think I messaged you that I was like, ugh, like Dubsado. Like, because it's there and it works, but it is futzy. And I don't really use too much function other than the onboarding of a client in Dubsado. And then you were talking in our Marco Polo about like the inbox is also kind of helpful, which it is. And I was just having my like, not a conundrum, but just a thought of like, man, I'm doing all this. And it made me, I'm not jumping ship on it because, of course, that always happens when you and I start looking at stuff. We're like, are we going to ditch it? I don't think I'm ditching it, but I'm definitely looking at, okay, what is this getting me? And like, is there a process that this is easier for someone else in the future? Like, if it's not me, is kind of where I'm starting to go with it.
Could I use it? Like I've been spending a lot of this year, like trying to maximize it and use it a little bit more.
I'm not getting too deep in it right now, but I am just like, what am I missing out on that I could make it do more for me that I really need? Like you mentioned in the Marco Polo, like I'm sure there's like a ton for wedding photographers or other people or event planner. I don't know, but I'm trying to think of like what else do I really want and need in it.
Yeah, right now my thought is that as a solopreneur, it's really helpful as a solopreneur if you want to automate things. And I do think it makes more sense for, like businesses that have like pretty clear turnkey services. Um, but if to me right now, I am not spending a lot of time building it out and I've actually removed some automation, but I'm using it to help like a team so that there's more visibility with leads across multiple people so that my employee can look and see or she can send stuff out that is already like pre-written and then
Mhm.
it all
Like
follows
canned emails,
one.
you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it starts with the client intake. So my questionnaire is a Dubsado questionnaire on my website, and that
That's
instantly
mine.
creates a project, which I think, yeah, you do too. And
Mhm.
then from there, her and I both see an email that comes in that she puts it in as a lead in our base camp so that then I can tell her what response to give them that's
Okay.
already pre-written.
And are you working on teaching her your thought process on the leads as well? Like, is she getting up to speed on like, here's why I think one versus the other? So eventually she can like maybe pre-vet them
Sometimes
or
I just don't I'm not I don't know about not yet. I mean, she's just not in the office enough.
yeah, sorry, that's just like a thought I was having of like, that could be good for later when you're like, at some point when someone is very much involved in all of that, you could say, let's start teaching you about my logic and what I'm looking for in these when I reply.
I guess what's I don't know, unique, but for me, I have a lot of people reach out to me that I already kind of know or have some sort of connection with, whether like from a friend of a friend or like a network that I have here or Instagram. So I she would never know like what I've been talking in my DMs with somebody about, which that happens a lot. So I wouldn't want it to ever sound like a cold reply with somebody that I
You
should
actually know?
know.
Like,
Yeah, or like at least have a acknowledge that I know who they are.
hey, how have you been? Hey, how cool you reached out. You kind of want like a soft
Like,
reply on
"Oh,
some of those.
congratulations, you did buy the house." Like, because people send me real estate listings sometimes. I don't know. Not extensively, but, so yeah, so now I'm giving her like a intro. I tell her what canned email I want her to send and send her like a personal message from me with that the body follows. So that's making me feel a little bit better. But eventually if I still do either I'm going to get rid of completely like any kind of calendar system or I'm going to bring it all into Dubsado and get rid of Calendly and use Dubsado's scheduler.
I have not messed with their scheduler like ever. And I'm wondering if I could. Would you use it for discovery meetings and consults? Or consults are going to be just sort of like manually added? Like,
I would do it for both. I would do it for scheduling everything, but yeah, I might take off any ability for people to self order. Like,
yeah, so you just tell them, like, here's the dates or dates I have available to meet with you. And then
and
they
that
reply, and then
Sam
it's
can do.
booked. Yeah, then it's booked privately. I could see that being really helpful from the perspective, especially of like, if they're already kind of interested, they had to fill out my inquiry form, then they had to reply to the email, look at the investment guide, schedule a discovery meeting, then schedule an in-home consult. Like, it would be kind of nice to be higher touch where inside that's all being done. Like, cool, we've got you booked.
If someone else can do it. Yeah. I mean, this is all hinged on me, not like if it's just me, back to just me, then I can't do all that high touch. But if somebody else is helping me, then yeah, then I do think it's nicer to have a little bit of more of a real person. But right now, my three inquiry reply options, and this is what we call it internally, is based on what they replied in their questionnaire. They're either schedule a consultation. Like I know based on their budget and kind of what they're wanting, they just are pretty much consultation only. And that email, right now, I only have virtual available, but
maybe in-home if you felt like it.
yeah, basically. Because it just, if you'd like to schedule a consultation, you can do it at the link below. And that link right now only has Zoom available. But it's basically if you're interested in a consultation, I tell them what it is. But it says if you are ready to explore full service design, here is my service guide. Just in case, like I don't want to just like feel like I'm kicking people to the curb if they filled out my questionnaire wrong, you know?
Yeah, or didn't realize like oops, I didn't know that was going to send us to the reject pile. Like,
right. Because I have had like good full service clients that didn't give me enough information and I could have done that.
yeah.
So then the second version is I can't tell. So they're called like maybe full service, maybe consult. And it's like the language is a little bit this or that for them to like choose their own adventure.
How do you lead that? Like, is it based on budget that you say like, oh, our typical project size is X? If you think that's where you're headed, then let's talk full service. If not, let's talk consult. Like, how do you hinge it?
Like, what does it say in the email?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's like my
We're
intro of whatever it is, but then I've attached our guide to services, which outlines how we work. It's a helpful place to start as you think through the right level of support for your project. If you feel ready to book the full service, like the service guide will tell you what a typical investment looks like. But if you'd like to just schedule a consultation, you can do it at the link here. So it gives them both options again.
Yeah.
It's just the language is more leading to both.
Yeah. You're there because they're already imagining probably where they're like, no, we want more than just a consult, but that number is crazy. So they can pick whatever's going to work or opt out of just that's it.
Yeah. And I don't want to get on a Zoom call until they're like opting in to what my services look like. Like I want them to have a little bit more of an idea of what the service, like the minimums kind of are, which are in my guide to services.
Compared to if you got on the call, they never saw the investment guide.
And they're like, we have $2,000.
Yeah.
Which $2,000, like, okay, you can probably do something with a consult and some, a little bit of money to get new bedding and paint or whatever. I don't know. So, but yeah, let's not even like talk about a full service project for either of us. So then if it's like clear, like, okay, these are definitely people I want to move to full service, then it's not talking consultations at all. And it's just booking a discovery Zoom call.
Okay.
I've kind of like moved away from consultations for full service, like pretty officially.
So you're not going out to any of them as a paid in-home consultation right now?
No, I think if somebody's really a good fit for full service, then I just want to meet with them and see their space and not give them ideas yet. Like to me, it's like I don't want to feel like I have to give people value in that meeting because I want to save my thoughts for. I don't want to just throw ideas around because I want to be able to really dig into it. I don't want to give them the wrong, not the wrong information, but I don't want to give them not enough like of an idea. I don't want to sell myself short. Or like feel like I'm now like stuck on an idea that I just had when I could like really like explore it further. So
yeah, now you're just like, great, I got them excited about something that I know doesn't work or like
or I have a different idea and now I don't want to unsell that. So I don't know. I just want to have like the most opportunity to like do it right.
I like it. So that one I was telling you about, this goes all the way back. You and I were talking about this because that my scalloped buttresses little bungalow was the first client that I'm like, I had a really great discovery meeting. She found, get this, she got my name from ChatGPT too.
Oh.
That's not the first person who's got that, but I know people are using it as an active search tool. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And still a good reminder that if you weren't already optimized on your website, probably through Google, then you're definitely missing out on stuff through whatever optimizations and algorithms that ChatGPT is pulling from, because I'm sure they're pulling a lot from what Google looks at.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a side note. But
That's
she
cool.
was the first person I went to where, because the house was a total vibe and she like sent through pictures early, and then on our discovery meeting, we were talking about it. And you're talking about the numbers, and it was like, cool, this feels like the right type of person. She has her stuff together. She's organized, philosophical and spiritual. So like a good energy exchange too. Like she's like healed energetically, which feels nice.
Okay.
And then that was the first one where I experimented with, you know what? You're not like, she's literally like right across the street from where I get like my hair cut. So I just was like, I can come by. Here's a day that I'm going to be around there. It's going to be like 20 minutes. I want to come in and just like see what we're talking about, get my eyes on some stuff for you. And then if it still feels good, then we'll put together the proposal and we'll talk about that. That was literally like 2 days ago. So now today we're meeting in the afternoon and I'm going to go over the proposal with her on Zoom and just review it all like in real time. She had it this morning in her inbox, so she has some time to look it over.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I I kind of feel like it's good to send it to people first so they have a chance to like understand it and then ask me real questions when we're together.
I
Or
agree.
if it's just like a raw start and you're like, well, here's some stuff you've never seen and we're going to hang up without you looking at any, like, kind of don't
I
like that.
know.
I feel like I'm going to have another call after that meeting if I don't
Yeah.
give it to them early. So,
I go back and forth, but yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
I feel like there's no reveal, but I also have time, like we have a time scheduled and confirmed to review it. So I feel like that is a little bit of the like, hey, if we're real with each other, we just set up a coffee date to do this with each other. So like if you ditch our coffee date, then you're really like, now I know you're really the wrong fit. So it's almost like another layer to the like, now I'm presenting you this proposal. You have more of my time.
Do you think that she'll ghost?
No, I'm thinking more of like broadly of like, what are the risks of us of doing that for people?
Oh, the preview. Yeah.
You sent it and then they come back later. And I feel like I'm just leaving it with hey, I'm learning to trust my instincts on people that if they're scheduling meetings with me and they want my proposal, they're going to maintain the dignity of, yeah, he put this together and put his time into it. I'm going to hear out the explanations and ask questions. And the people who would just sort of dip were never going to be a right fit anyway.
I also think the idea of trusting your instincts about what they would want or need to kind of keep going through the process, like if she is a little more analytical or like you're saying, it's pretty straightforward of a proposal anyway, then I do totally think it makes sense. I guess I've been thinking about that this week too, because my existing clients I've been working with for a while were starting on their other house, their main house. We've been working on their ADU, and I've been putting together their furnishing proposal and finally had it ready when I was meeting them this week about styling stuff. And I was like doing the same thing. Like, do I send it in advance or do I just wait and print it out and give it to them in person?
And they just look at it together. Like,
But there were some things. So in this case, normally I would have just sent it to them because like they already know kind of what to expect. But there were some things that came up when I was reviewing it that I realized the wallpaper got calculated wrong. Like Samantha, my employee, hadn't done wallpaper before, I realized. So she didn't realize when the installer says 6 rolls, Schumacher then does it by yards. So it's not 6 isn't 6. 6 in this case is 48. Does that make sense? Like she needed to order 48 yards, but she put a number 6 in there. So it wasn't $6 at $200. It was 48 times.
girl,
It
that
was
would have been
priced per
like,
yard.
you would have, I know that wouldn't have like ruined your profitability on that whole project because there's a lot of profitability, but that would
It
have really
would
been a
have-
significant chunk of all of the project's profitability to
Well,
lose
I
on
would have had
like
to
a
go
dumb.
back to the client.
Yeah, like I hear.
Because it went from like 500 to 8,000.
Yeah. Like that would have. I obviously know that that's like. Is it an end of the world thing? No, but it's definitely we're still in the trust but verify phase for a long time as designers. Like we
With
make
our
even
employees.
skilled and experienced employees make
Yeah.
those
And
kind of
and I
oversights.
sat
Like,
down with her and like, I realized we've never done this before. It is confusing. You have to go back and like, you have to convert
yes.
wallpaper stuff twice sometimes,
Yep.
back and forth.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, but back to the proposal of the clients, that happened twice in that proposal. So there were two, oops, these are $8,000.
So if they had seen it first and just reviewed it and then you showed up, they would have
and
been
like,
really wrong the first time they
no,
saw it.
no, if I had fixed it and sent them, hey, your powder bath that's kind of a little bit of a not that big of a part of the project is $8,000 just for the wallpaper.
Yes.
It could have been like what the fuck?
What is she doing? Like,
Yeah, they could have they're not like this, but they could have come to the meeting like ready to kind of like
fight you.
yeah, like in a whatever way, but
You're
just
like, hey girl,
ready.
can we talk about that wallpaper? Because like,
Yes.
what's going on? Like we thought
So
we were doing a light zhuzh in there, and now it's not a light zhuzh. Like,
right. Or this isn't where we wanted to spend the money, which I already knew. So
yeah.
the fact that I waited meant that I could be on their side going into the discussion. Like, hey, like, I think everything looks pretty straightforward. There's just a couple of things that I think we should look at. Like, this wallpaper I didn't realize it was going to come out this high. So I don't know if you want to spend 8 or 9 grand on just the top half of this bathroom.
Yeah.
So
now
like,
you're advocating for
exactly.
them as
So
part. Like, I just want to show you, like, this is
yeah, and I
big.
just think it just like changed the trust. It changes the like tone of the conversation to where they're like, oh yeah, let's not do that. And she's just like, let's also cut these 2 little ottomans and then the rest is fine. And the rest was a lot more. So yeah, so I think that's again like back to trust your instincts, know your client. Like I think some clients like to know that you're on their side, but also that some clients I think just like to cut one thing. Like I've had this a lot with different people where they're like,
Yeah.
if I just cut this one thing, I'm being responsible and let's do it.
I do see that because I know what you mean, where they're just like, I got to say no to something so people don't think I'm like a total pushover, or like they know I'm paying attention and not just approving invoices.
That, or even when I'm shopping by myself, like maybe I'll be at Sephora and throw a bunch of shit in my basket and then be like, you know what? I'm going to be responsible today. I'm going to take this lipstick out. I don't need it.
I would have kept it at Sephora.
But you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, okay, I did my due diligence. Let's just enjoy the rest now. I'm not going to feel guilty about it.
What you're describing is literally like what happens for a lot of people when there's people who click add to cart on everything and check out and then never think twice about it. I don't feel like I've ever had those clients. I don't think most designers do, to be very honest. Like the add to cart, everything got approved without anything is just weird. Like at some point, someone's going to go, a $700 side table? I don't think so, girl. Like there's always going to be something piddly that gets cut. Do you think you would ever, okay, stay with me. This is like a weird, do you think you ever, are designers out there padding stuff, knowing that stuff will get cut, but knowing that like, if let's say they aim at 110% of items for a room, like, and they know a clients are going to cut 5 to 10% of things, so they still land at 100% of items.
Like, what do you mean pad? Like overcharge? But maybe I'll put the bedding in here and a few accessories that I don't really need an answer on yet.
Yeah. But like, I kind of want to show you that there is other more finishing layers to this. Like if you had a client who was like, maybe this is like different things I'm imagining, but it's like if a person wasn't really keen on finishing the room, but then you showed them like, hey, to finish this room, this is all the stuff that's still missing. Like just to give you an idea of like, if you cut too much, you're going to end up with nothing great. But
Again,
I
I
think your
think it depends
minimums hit that.
on the client. I think some clients, and I have both of these, I think, in my stable right now. Like some clients want to know everything that they are possibly going to have to spend on so they can like absorb that number and then like be comfortable and go. Some clients want to just like digest a little at a time. So they're like, okay, we're going to spend 50 now. That wasn't too bad, but we know we're not actually done. But like, don't show me how many more courses are coming. Like, I want to like enjoy this course right now.
Okay, I could see that.
And it depends on what their financial position is, I think, as well. But or how they make their money. Like, is it come in big chunks? Is it, like, are they waiting for a bonus or whatever? Some, yeah, like to just like, okay, let me just eat the elephant one bite at a time. So want to see the whole thing and like, okay, take a deep breath. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm imagining it as Korean barbecue. So, like, do I want to sit down at a restaurant? Like, imagine instead of like all you can eat Korean barbecue, instead you sit down and the whole table is just filled with everything you would eat at that meal. And you would just be like, ew, I can't eat all this. I'm only going to eat one of those. Who's eating the rest? Like, you immediately start saying, this is crazy. Like, who would ever eat all this? And then they start digesting a little bit and they're like, well, actually, we were kind of hungry, except the hunger is an empty, boring house. And they're so hungry for a beautiful, full house. Like, we're helping them choose as they go a little bit of like, well, you need at least you need to pick the combo A, B, or C all you can eat package so I know what you want. And then I'm going to show you all the stuff that comes with that. That's your proposal. Here's all the stuff that comes with that all you can eat you just did. So do you want me to start setting this out from the kitchen now? Because this is a lot of stuff. Like, get ready to start eating. Like,
And I do think most people need to know what their full budget, like we need to know what their budget is. They need to know what it is. And we like help them divide it up. But I don't know. I have some clients right now that they can make more money basically. So if they want it, they'll make more and have other, do more. So it's tricky. Some of it's psychological, some of it's like actual circumstances. But I'm more of I want to see the whole elephant that I have to eat, like different thing, like childbirth. Like I wanted to know everything that I might possibly expect to happen, and then like I'll go thing by thing and experience it. But it did help me to know what the whole thing was going to be. I know other people that like don't tell me until the next thing
they
is
don't want to know. Yeah.
like let it just happen to me. So I don't know. I do think it's personality. So anyway, to all that to say, I don't know how you like processize that.
I think I'm leaning in on the, like you said at the beginning, which is like, I'm trusting my instinct. Like, if I already got this far with people and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, that's fine. But what I like about having this scheduled meeting to review this proposal is it does give me a chance to uncover any potential objections or
I do think
concerns
it's
they have
helpful to
about the
meet no matter what.
process.
Yes.
Yeah. And it gives us a chance where it's not just like, okay, I'm just leaving this in your email. If it looks good, sign it, send everything over. That worked for a time, but I feel like now my ideal client isn't likely to just jump in without a couple discussions and a little bit of negotiation. They're used to it. Like they do this for their work. Sometimes like they're signing this is not new for them to review a proposal and talk about it when they're signing over 5 and 6 figure design fees.
Well, I
Like
think it's the
that's
bigger the project, then the more conversations people need to have. It's not
yeah.
$5,000 that people can just pull out of their savings account necessarily.
Yeah.
So
And that's
it
what I've been
is.
doing with this. It's just like, okay, well, like you're asking them to pay like the cost of a car. So
Mhm.
you could spend a whole day at a dealership talking about buying a car if they wanted
Multiple
to.
trips.
What makes you think they're just gonna like click, click, and then everything's done without having some conversation? Like, that's a tremendous amount of trust to ask people to do with like where most of our presence is digital. The real in-person interactions we have with them is what it builds that trust enough that they're ready to like send you a wire transfer.
Yeah. And you want them to do it. Like, I'm waiting on a wire transfer from a client. And yesterday I got a call from a business manager who their process was to just call and verify the numbers of the wire.
Sure.
But I also think they were just making sure I was a real person, that I knew the answers. I mean, it's a lot of money. Like, that's there all the checks and balances, like, made me feel better too. Like, I I mean, I'm the one that would be doing the thing, I guess, but, I don't know. Yeah, it just was like, "Okay, like, I want everyone to be as comfortable as possible." Like,
Yeah. I'm sure that I'm imagining that sounds very similar to my days working in wealth management banking and stuff like that, where we would have a CPA call and then maybe the attorney and then maybe the control. Like a lot of those wealthier clients have, I would say, like their business manager is probably a lot like their controller. Like they're like everything's got to go through this person no matter what it is, because they're going to make sure if they're not the person, it goes to the right person. Like,
yeah, and it's somewhat compliance, but it's also just somewhat, I think,
double check.
just
Yeah. Due
verifying.
diligence
Yeah,
is okay. Wait, is my client getting taken for a ride? Like, I've never met Studio Plum. Let me check out a few things and make sure. Let me just
right.
see. I wouldn't be shocked if that's kind of their job is like,
Yeah, because I gave them, like, that official that document that I think we both have one that's, like, our wire instructions. Like, it's got my logo on it, like, it's typed up. So, obviously, I've double checked that already. It wasn't like the client jotted down some random numbers that needed to be verified. Like, it was in a form, but still, yeah. So, anyway, I think having those back and forths, it is trust building, and through their, like, financial team, the client is also getting verification for themselves. Like, I don't know. I think it's all nice and, like, it's a circle of trust. Yeah.
yeah, it's very organized. And you probably feel now too a sense of, because you've had a couple clients now where it kind of works that way, where they're hey, this is coming through an investment platform that we use or wherever. Like these are bigger payments. And I feel like there's a credibility building when they see that you as a business are also set up for this type of thing, that may be just like that's a for designers listening, like hotties, that's a very slow level up because we were just excited to get paid for consults 9 years ago. Like I was just happy to get a couple grand for a small design fee or, design only or designer on call stuff. Like, but when it started getting into the like, 5-figure design fees, that's when I was like, oh, yeah, I have to demonstrate more visibly to them that this is normal. We do this. We have steps. Like, I think my wire sheet even says like, if you need to call to verify, like it's only to speak to me. It's like the manager of the LLC is more listed there because I do know that they have like a financial advisor who's going to help them wire the funds or something. And that person
Or
does
a
want to
banker.
see, yeah, like they want to see, are you getting scammed? Are you like in a Nigerian lottery scam here? Like, what do
'Cause
we
I'm
need to
like, yeah,
know?
this is the cost of a house a few years ago that's getting transferred into someone's bank account.
Yeah. And this is everyone who doesn't know this. Like, wires are one of those things that once they're sent, they are pretty much impossible to get the funds back. It depends on banking cooperation and confidentiality. And it's pretty much like once it's done, it's done. Unless the bank made an error in how they sent it and it was truly a mistake, that you don't get that money back, and the other parties usually have to authorize it to be taken out, which if
It's
you
so
were scamming
scary.
someone, you're
Now I'm
never
nervous again.
if someone was scamming someone, you're never going to see that money. They're going to disappear. They're going to go
Oh yeah, the account's
wherever.
closed.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, immediately they wire the funds somewhere else or start debiting them out. So they're just gone. Like, if it was a scam, like, wires are the ones that, I mean, we would have like huge, I mean, it'd be like $40 million wire to buy
Oh
a
my
huge office
God.
tower, and stuff like this. And people, we would have, when I tell you that there were like no less than 6 hands that would look at that and touch that and verify with the clients and call their attorney. And like, we
Oh
were
yeah.
just, you just never take the risk. And those would sometimes take like an entire day for us to get through approvals at the bank, because nobody wants to be the one who like royally fucked up a large transaction.
Who
Nobody.
transposed a number? Yeah.
Like a bank account. Oh my God. Like
Yeah.
the number of times that clients would just forward instructions and be like, we need to send this. And then we'd call them and I'm like, we're reading these numbers. That doesn't sound right. And they're like, oh, you're right. That's wrong. I'm like, oh my God. Like, why did you even send? But they're not checking it. They're depending on someone else in
But
their
the bank
team. Like,
sees, like, if I'm going to sell somebody $50, I see this number belongs to Shaun Surha. Like,
yeah, you have like some verification.
the wire, the banks
Nothing.
like have a handshake. No, it won't say this wire is going to Studio Plum Inc.
Mm-mm.
They have no verification.
Not really, no.
Weird.
Like,
Yeah.
we literally type in going to this person, this is the account, this is the address, and the number of times we would get like clarification, like, oh, this wire is going to be rejected, it doesn't match or something. And we would like, you kind of don't know. But I mean, the other part of it is that wires go through like a review to make sure
The
that the
other
things match.
side.
Yeah. So if something's coming into another bank and they're like, hold on, they said it should match these details because that's what they said, but we're looking at this account and it's not, they can hold it and reject it. They have to like reject it that business day if they don't know. And I would say most consumers just get their shit rejected. It goes back to their bank. But like clients like yours and the clients I worked with, there's an officer who's contacting the bank, and then you're talking to that banking officer for those like really big transactions. Is they're like, I'm gonna have to reject this. Like, I'm the one who approves this wire coming in, and it doesn't match. And so, what do you want us to do? Like, anyway, a little sausage is made. It's still a very nerve-wracking process. There is still a lot of room for error, and so much of it is like, you know how like when if you send an ACH payment, like they don't really know that is your account name that you're pulling it from. They won't find out till a bank says, "Hey, wait, you tried to debit this account and it doesn't match Studio Plum." Like that's the time they first find out that it would be like fraudulent, is after it's already authorized, you know? Anyway, the
Well, but it
fragility of
is
our banking system.
but it is kind of the only way. So if
It
you've
is.
never
You have
had
to start
like
doing wires.
a
Like
6-figure payment for something, you have to pretty much do wires. Like a check would be held for a week
weeks.
or two.
Weeks. Yeah.
It would not, yeah, it would be messier. And typically those clients, it's not just their checking account that they have, a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, but
They have
it's
like
not where they're
investment
paying for stuff.
portfolios
Yeah.
or yeah. They have cash in a mutual fund that they're like, oh, well, we were holding that in the cash fund of our, whatever, but we're just going to use that cash fund and wire it over. Like,
Yeah, the
it's
money's
very
like
normal.
somewhere that needs to get moved. So
Mhm.
yeah, be ready. Get prepared if you feel like you're gonna have a project like that. And I think it's also like a cute little message to the universe. Like, get your wire transfer document ready to send to somebody.
Oh, designers, yes, do it. Make it look like you're stationary, make it cute, make it fully branded, very official.
Because
I
your
don't know,
wire
Google
account,
or
your wire routing number is different than your regular routing number. Your
yeah.
So you have an account number, but then your wire number is different. So you just have to, it's not hard to find, but you just look that stuff up and then you need the address and all that on there.
And
So
a lot of banks already prepare like it was kind of like an unofficial form. So your branch might have like oh, here's what information you would need to give another party. If you're not sure, you can just walk in and go like, "Hey, like, what do I need to put on this to make sure?" Like, double
They have
check
what
it.
they need. Yeah.
Yeah, like what would I need to give to my client? And it's usually going to be like all of your confidential information. You're literally giving out your account number, you guys. Like,
But it's
I feel
not,
like
no one can draw from it.
yeah, I feel like and I only send this upon request. So like when we've talked, I'm like, hey, how are we going to be talking about payment? Like, remember from the contract, there's a couple ways we can do this. Wire transfer is ideal. And then it's usually, I know people make it seem like it's really big. I think that's why I'm talking about it more is like a lot of designers are like, oh my God, wire transfers. I only have ever done that when I bought a house. Like,
But
yeah,
they're kind of buying a house.
they're kind of buying a house and this is a lot of money. And some people are like, oh, but there's fees for a wire. And then when I get one, there's a fee. It's like, yeah, there's
It's like
transaction.
$10.
It's like, even if it's $40, it's better
But it's
than
not.
processing a check. It's better than waiting weeks for a check. Like we need to think about time and convenience for money. And just to be
Also
very
convenience for
fair,
the client.
the risk to a client of writing out a really big check and like, let's just say you don't lock it up safely and keep it secure. They've now got their bank account information floating out there with like a sample signature on it with a really big check dollar amount on it. Like that's a lot of risk for them to just, hey, I'm handing it to you and hoping nobody robs it from your bag or breaks into your office and now has all my information from this check on it. So I don't want that liability either. I would rather just know it's all coming ACH or wire. I
It
don't
just
have to
seems like
stress. Like
checks just look like fraud now.
they do.
They look so
They
shady.
always did. They
And
always
banks
did.
and your
Yeah.
bank, when you deposit it, will assume it is. So the other, like I guess just to reiterate, because I kind of said this before, is you also have to think for your client to write a check, whatever money whatever account that money is in has to have check writing abilities. Or then now they have to transfer it somewhere where they can write a check. That's going to take days and multiple fraud alerts. Then you have to like it's just so much more work for your client probably. So,
Like make their lives easier is
yeah,
the short version of what we're talking
won't make
about.
everyone's, and then you get paid faster and you can start ordering so they get their stuff faster,
Agreed.
which is ultimately what they want.
And you know what? We got to give the people what they want.
That's where we're here to provide a service.
Um, dang, okay. We went through Dubsado and then that covered a bunch of stuff. And now we're talking about the order we're sending stuff. I'm trying to remember what else has been kind of like a hang up as I've been going through some of my processes. It actually feels like it's been very low key compared to like the previous way I was doing it. Is very systematized.
What new proposal, new
Like,
client?
yeah, the whole process of like sending it, doing it. But I'm still leaning in on essentially my order now in my proposal. I know it's still different than what you're building, but mine still, I've kind of like built off of what we talked with Renee Berry about with the Only Girl on the Job Site podcast about not, it's still pretty because it's in my Dubsado stuff. So it's still branded and has my logos and my colors and my fonts and all that stuff in there. But I've focused on starting with like the scope of work in the proposal of, hey, like, okay, let's get tight on everything that you're getting space by space, or if it's like the whole house, I put the bulleted list of whatever things I'm doing throughout. Um, so it's much more specific on that. And I'm a little bit using that as a way to ease in the production side of the design work after of like, we agreed it's these many elevations or renderings, or oh, it's a powder room where it's not going to need elevations. Like maybe I'm just going to do a render based on that, or maybe I'm only going to do elevations and no render. Like I'm using that almost as a way to like set up my production. So the deliverables in the scope of work are really built around like what I actually am going to do. So all the hard finish selections, the lighting, a new space plan or layout, soft finish selections and then kind of like describing. If it's a lot of them, then it's like such as, and it lists kind of a big category. But for like the one I'm writing in the kitchen, I'm picking soft finishes, but it's not as many. So it's like a runner and the stools and the window treatments are like my soft finishes in there. So I'm making sure that those are specific to it's these things only. And then if it's all, like if it's a living room space or something, I'm doing all of it, then it's going to be a much more descriptive paragraph that I've templated and written of what that is. And that's the one that has like, such as rugs, furniture, window treatments. It's just kind of like an example paragraph. And then underneath that, it's more like, okay, here are your phases of design, like concept refining, design refinement, final documentation, or, those with the timelines. And then which of the deliverables are provided at each of those. So they understand like, oh, here's how that details out into the project. And then that design investment portion is at the end where it's like, okay, great. All of this is now this much, and this is your schedule of payments. 1, 2, 3. I would say it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Like putting the scope of work was something that I didn't really detail out that heavily before, but since I started doing more flat rate, I've like had to get more detailed of not to, a minimum of this many elevations up to this, like up a maximum of 2 renderings. Like I don't want to be constantly redoing everything or that kind of stuff.
Well, good. Hopefully it's converting.
I'll let you know.
It'll be fun.
I know. This is like the first, I feel like I've said this on other episodes, but I've had other inquiries this year that weren't really qualified. And now I'm like getting into ones that really are the qualified ones. So you said in Marco Polo, and I'm glad you say it, was like, stay the course. Like, don't start like grabbing out for those small projects or the ones that really aren't going to be a good fit. They're not going to work yet. Like, this is part of the experiment of trying the new things that I built towards the end of last year and then the earlier part of this year is staying with those plans. Like, I haven't actually seen those plans through their experiment phases yet of like the first projects using these new processes. I'm actively doing them right now.
And you have to get those projects like birthed. I feel like that's why this usually takes so long for us, because like whatever, if you can show a project that you want more of, then that's going to get more of those. But it takes so long to be able to show it that it takes years.
Yeah, because by the time this comes out, it's at least a year from now because it's construction. Like, it could be less, but like just assume that long. By the time people get to see this process that I did for this person from start to finish, like I'll have probably already iterated something new in that year.
Yeah, and it's not like you have to wait you're going to do nothing until
For a
that's
whole
done.
year.
Or you're
No.
not going to get any other leads or anything. Like you
No.
are.
I've
And I
already got
think,
another lead that I'm meeting next week at their house. So it's like
yeah, and I
now they're
think once
starting.
you feel confident in what, honestly, like the biggest thing I think is just deciding what it is you want. And that was really hard for me to just decide and articulate to myself, because now I am, if somebody just needs a bathroom, like they get that console only, like they're going straight to the console only email.
Yes. Yeah.
And they don't always book it, and that's totally fine. Like they're going to do what they need to do, but so am I. So I don't want a bathroom only. I don't want a kitchen only. Like I just won't, I'm not doing it anymore. But that's just not what I enjoy at all. Like if it doesn't have furniture, I don't want it. And I will do a bedroom only. Like if they're going to do it fully, then I would still just do one bedroom, like one room with full furniture.
Oh, furnishing only. Yeah, that's like an easier transition.
Like I enjoy it and I'll get what I want out of it.
Like a finished room still. But not the construction part of it is the part that eats a lot of us alive.
Yeah, and then we don't get really paid for. But
Yeah.
if you love the construction and you don't love the furniture, that is totally fine. And that you have a different set of minimums and standards.
There are a lot of designers who only do construction, I'm coming to realize.
I know, and I don't always know it's because that's what they want, but sometimes it is.
Yeah, like they're like, oh, I like this. This is where I started. And then you start telling them about like what you make off of furnishing, and they're like, wait a minute. Like, wait a
Uh-huh.
minute. Like
But
that's
if it
funny. Like,
stresses them out and they don't wanna learn about all that, like, the same way, like, some construction stuff stresses me out and I wanna, like, have other support for that. I do
yeah.
know, like, there's some designers I know there's a couple locally that, like, one only wants to do furnishing and one is, like, really great at construction and, like, architectural support, and
Okay.
then they collaborate together,
Oh, I like
which
that
that's kinda
idea.
fun. It seems like
I
a
like that.
heavier thing for the client, but but they're also used to working together, and
I don't know
so
that
I could see that
well,
working.
I could see that working
You'd
actually
have to
because
have a
I
good relationship from designer to designer and make sure, like, it's
uh-huh.
clear of what, who's getting credit for what, and
Who does this? Should we have you don't have to say, should we have him on the show? This sounds so interesting.
maybe.
Do we well, let's talk about that. I don't know who it is. I don't wanna, like, start the conversation on the air, but, like, I'm really curious about how that works and, like, what they do with
I
each
don't know
other,
how,
and I'd
often
love
that
to hear it.
happens. I know yeah, I'll look into it a little bit more.
I feel like yeah, I would like to know how they do that, even just from, like, a curiosity standpoint, even if I'm not gonna do it, but, like, that's an interesting way to think about partnering or referring with someone else, or if you were building a team, it'd be interesting to think about building a team where your expertises are split a little bit more, like a soft finishing team and a hard finishing team,
That's
and then
what
they
they came from a company that's what how they structured it. They both worked there.
okay. I have a feeling I know what this one. We'd have to talk more.
You probably do. Yeah, you probably do.
But we won't
So it
talk
makes
about
sense for
that on the
sure.
air. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Oh, yeah,
down.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
gonna blow anyone's spot. It's nothing bad, but, I think it's a cool idea for sure.
Yeah. I'm I'm down. It's been fun. We're doing things. We're getting through stuff.
We're
It's
doing
summer.
things.
I'm I'm spending a lot of time hanging out on my veranda, I'm calling it. It's my front porch, but I've added like tons of window boxes and I think I sent you a couple of photos of it too. Like we put the spirit house on the front of the house and we're adding plants, and I realized that part of like me being out of my home and now being in a rental is like I still really like having my hands in the earth. Like I can't leave plants alone. And I loved having that at my house. So I'm finding ways to incorporate that with like window boxes and hanging planters and stuff, just to bring that in ways that are easy for me to work with, but still like healthy for my work life balance. And that's what I'm going to be spending my energy on as we get into warmer weather.
That's fun.
Yeah. And a vacation to Seattle coming up at the end of the summer.
Oh, did you book it?
No, I haven't booked it yet. It's happening. It's like all my other vacations where I'm just like, no, I'm for sure going. Like the time is blocked, the window's blocked. We're going. By then, a flight to Seattle will be $4,000.
Oh my
God.
god.
I don't even want to look. I should look at Google Flights and see how stuff is changing. But yeah, it definitely can make you anxious to see the fuel costs changing so much. Oh my God, that would take me forever, wouldn't it? To drive from
It's like
LA to
10 or 12
Seattle?
hours from here, so be a
Okay, but
few
like
days.
if I fly into Salt Lake to go to Idaho, like Pocatello, it takes me the rest of like I get there late. Like the sun is down, it's dark, it's 8, 9 o'clock at night if I fly in. So then now I'm imagining basically 2 days of driving because I would not drive 10 to 12 hours.
No, yeah, it would definitely be at least 2 days. It would be 2 long days, probably.
That would be wild.
It would be part of the trip, like, stop on the coast, like,
Yeah.
stop in
Oh.
Portland.
Okay, that's a different type of trip I
Because you could
haven't
do like a
considered,
San
actually.
Francisco, Portland, Seattle. Like those would be easy.
Mm-hmm. Or like, how far could I get
But
on the
they'd be full
first?
days.
Like a Bay Area day?
It would be, I mean, that'd be a 6 to 8 hour drive. Going to Portland from there would be another 6 to 8 hours. I mean,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
Portland to Seattle's only a few hours, 3 or 4.
But I feel like you just unsold me on it. Because
Yeah.
that's a lot of driving.
Yeah, it would have
I'm
to
too
have
spoiled
like
now.
road trip vibes of like that's part
I
of
think it has.
the fun,
I
which
think
I'm kind of over it too.
yeah, like the first one for me would actually probably want to stop in somewhere like Cambria or like,
That's not very far from San Francisco though.
I know. But I'm like, then you would just keep going or you make the trip a little long. I know. I think I'm just going to fly. I mean, unless it really is like $4,000. I don't think it's going to be, but
No.
you know, this is the most of us have ever heard about the Strait of Hormuz in our entire lives. So gas
I know.
prices, how depressing.
I know. My trip to
Um,
Japan, I think, just died a little death.
wait, it wasn't booked yet?
Oh no. No.
But it's still so cheap in Japan.
But it's like $10,000 to $15,000 for us to fly there.
And those are like coach seats?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Not
God.
business. Like, yeah, it's not first class. It's just such a difference when you're getting into multiple people too. Like,
And
3
everybody
people,
wants
everything times 3, just that's a lot.
like a certain level of comfort, I imagine, too. Like when you're traveling, like you start looking at seats, you're like, hold on a minute.
I'm 50 years old. Like, am I going to be like crunched up for
If you book
15 hours?
If you book the big planes, the ones that if you're like looking at flights and you're looking at the really big planes that have like the row in the middle and then the like whole separate rows on the sides,
Yeah.
those have bigger seats and more leg room.
I
Like
just,
I
when we
flew
went to
Korean Air like that, and it was
maybe
big.
it depends on the plane, but
Yeah,
flying
they were
to
in like the
Paris last
7.
year, I was in the middle of the middle and it was horrible. I did not sleep 1 minute.
I would have died. No,
I
I'm
was
always like,
popping NyQuil and like night whatever PM and
just to knock you out.
was not working. And I'm
I
pretty
wonder what it
sensitive
would.
to that stuff.
I wonder what it would be like now with like a beta blocker thrown in.
I was throwing stuff in. I mean, that was last year. Like
We
that
were
was
on
6
uppers,
months ago.
downers, and candy corns halfway
I
across the
mean,
Atlantic.
I took multiple whatever Tylenol PMs and 1 glass of wine to wash it down. Like nothing.
Nothing knocked you out?
I had the thing, my head strapped to the
Oh my
seat.
God,
Like
yeah.
I was doing the things. It's just hot. There was no air. Like I don't know.
I'm a hot traveler though. Like when I get on the plane, like I'll have a hoodie or a sweatshirt for when my body temp finally regulates back
Yeah.
down. But usually that initial thing I do when I step onto the plane is I start turning on the air vents of
There
all
was
the
no vent. That was the
oh,
other
in the
thing. There
middle,
was
that's right.
no
Okay, so what we're
fucking vents. And the
learning
ceiling was like 8 feet high. Like
Okay, so what we're
there's
learning is you
nothing.
need an aisle. You need
Lay
the
flat.
outer aisle seats. Like you can't ever have those middle of those big planes. That's number one, unless you're like at the aisle. But then you need the outside ones are the ones that have more light and temperature control above you on the bulkhead.
Mm-hmm.
So you need like a 7. What's the big one? Is it the 787? Like the giant? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I just think I
No,
need
I'm thinking
to
of
sell a few more furniture projects, get some more points, and upgrade my
use your
life.
upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of what is probably where did you leave out of? San Francisco?
Uh-huh.
They should have had some giant planes leaving
No, it was
there.
a pretty big plane. Yeah. Hey,
The air
I don't
control.
know.
Anyway. Wait, so then later we can talk about what you're going to do instead because that was supposed to be kind of a celebratory trip too.
We're still gonna do something, but
Okay.
well, the other part of it is now that Cecily's allergic to seafood, it's just making us a little more nervous.
Because literally everything has fish
Well, we
and
want to eat,
seafood.
and if we're there, we want to eat it. So, like, we're not gonna avoid seafood restaurants.
Oh my God,
I
could
mean,
you imagine? Yeah, you're literally in in the country that has made some of the most iconic seafood dishes.
Amazing food. Yeah.
Yeah. And then to not be able to enjoy them and she can't be like part of it. Yeah. Okay. So we need to find destinations where she can go and eat more of the food.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
I
we're
don't
thinking
know.
Europe now.
Yeah. She loves pasta.
Maybe I'll want to eat it again
It's
if I'm
Cecily's
in
pasta.
Italy.
I think if you were in Italy, you would be much happier
Oh yeah.
with
It-
the food options.
It would, yes, for sure.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm
Keep me
excited for this.
posted.
Yes, please. And remember, designers, if you're catching us at the end, head to our link in bio where we're talking about, we have a link there for you to update us if you're interested in going on an HYDC retreat next year, 2027. We're talking like springtime-ish. And until next time,
Stay hot, designers.
Thanks for listening to the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
For more on what we talked about today, check out the show notes.
Your support helps us grow, so share with your design besties.
And subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Our conversations continue on Instagram.
And be sure to download our monthly resources on our website and our Patreon.